Today, my friends, we're doing some chicken wings, but not just any chicken wings. We did them on the Yoder pizza oven. These things are absolutely delicious, super crunchy, just the way you want a wing to be. Stay tuned. What's up, barbecue fans? Welcome back to Patio. My name's Jake. You're watching Run Cook. Today on the channel, we're doing some wings, but not just any wings. We're breaking it with the Yoder pizza oven. We're gonna do our first wings inside it. I've got it in pieces over here. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna put together, show you real quick how it goes together again, in case you haven't seen that, and then we'll get on to making some wings. So over here, we've got the pizza oven. It's only 3 pieces, super simple to put together. The one thing you gotta know, vacuum out your pit first, right? You wanna keep your ash down. You wanna start with a clean pit. I already did that. You guys have seen it 100 times. You don't need to see that again. But what we've got here is we've got our diffuser plate. The whole diffuser plate comes out, all the grates and everything. This is what replaces the diffuser plate. We've got some holes here, and this ensures that your pizza stone gets some even heating. Our fire comes through here and then over the top, and then you've got this lip here, right? This sits on the same key that the diffuser plate does. So you put it over top of the firebox is right here, and you sit it on there. From there, we've got our stone. You guys have seen a pizza stone before. The one thing is here, there's a rough side and a smooth side. The smooth side goes on the bottom, and then we've got our top. The top's got some keys here and just sits on top. Fire comes through there, over the top, fires down your food, away you go. Let's put it together. So right here's the key I'm talking about. Diffuser plate sits on there. I like to pull it to the right just to make sure it's seated properly. Put this guy here. Now we've got 4 keys here, 2 on each side. We're looking for them. Make sure we're seated properly. And right in here, down here you can see where the pizza stone sits. And again, you can see that we've got some black on this side because the smooth side is down. We slide that in. Now we turn on our Yoder, hit our start. Now that's gonna default to 350. We're gonna let that get started, put some pellets in here. And today I'm using just Bear Mountain gourmet barbecue pellets. You're not gonna get a ton of flavor from the different types of pellets, right? We're burning 600 degrees, 550 degrees. It's such a clean fire that we're not getting a ton of flavor out of here. So use whatever you got the most of. Just use a high quality pellet, because if you use a cheap one, you're gonna see a ton of ash and you don't want that. So this particular one, I've got a hole in the bottom. So we're gonna open it up from the bottom. And I gave us about a half a hopper there. We're definitely not gonna need that much for wings. It is 46 degrees outside, so it's really not too bad. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna wait till we've got some smoke, and looks like we've actually already got some. So we're gonna close this guy up. And I have not done wings before, but I like them crispy. One thing that happens with heat is you get some crispy wings. I'm gonna do it about 500. I don't want them to get burned on the outside. I learned that lesson before the hard way. In my other wood oven, I cooked them so quick the insides were still raw. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna cook them a little slower, and I'm gonna throw one more trick at you. Let's go prep our wings. Been about 10 minutes. The Yoder's still coming up to temp. It's time to prep our chicken. Now, the one thing I forgot to mention is the damper. The damper doesn't matter. Put it in the middle. Just leave it alone. It doesn't have a big impact on the pizza oven. Next thing we gotta talk about is wings here. If you can, buy the whole wing, right? Look at the size difference. If you buy a wing, like party wings or whatever, that's already separated, a lot of times they're tiny wings. This takes a little bit more work, but you can see it's got a lot more meat into it and a lot more chicken there. So these are from one of my favorite places to get chicken and pork, Tartargan. I'll put a link down below. These are just some organic wings, whole wings, and we're gonna split them up. You just want a sharp knife here. Now what I'm doing here is I've got myself a little assembly line here, so I don't have to get my main board dirty. But really what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna try and turn these over. I usually like to cut in there so I can split these open a little bit, and we're gonna crack it. Just open it, you don't have to crack it, but you're gonna kind of feel in here that there's a joint. And there you go. Put one right there. And you get a clean joint. Now when you buy party wings, a lot of times what happens is you get bone fragments in there you gotta be aware of. And this will take a little bit of practice. just kind of find it. Now this one I always struggle with a little bit. I just kind of snip off the tip, put that away, and there we go. We have a drum and a drumette. Same thing, and usually I'll just kind of spread that out a little bit to help find your joint. Push down, helps to have a sharp knife. Away you go. Separate all these guys out. And just like that, you got some party wings. They're a great size, and it took minutes. So if you haven't tried that before, give it a shot. You're gonna end up with some better wings. So this is my Lodge pan here. I bought this a couple months ago to actually try some steaks on it. Haven't gotten around to that yet, but it's got, I didn't show that ahead of time, but it's got a raised ridge here, which I think what's gonna happen here is we're gonna allow for some air to flow around the chicken a little bit. Now, I did cut a whole bunch of chicken here, so I'm gonna spread these out a little bit, try and get some air circulation around them. Make sure we can get equal crispiness all around. But this is their, I think it's called Black Rock Series. I bought it at bbq.com. It's a little lighter, comes pre-seasoned. And what we're gonna do here is now, in the last year, there's been a lot of talk about this little ingredients here, seasoned salt. If you've watched a brisket video in the last year, someone's probably talked about seasoned salt. And my grandfather used to put this on chicken. What he did, he would use some flour, a bunch of this, shake it up, fry them up, and they're absolutely delicious. I didn't even use sauce back then. So today, I'm gonna use a little bit of seasoned salt, just give these guys a nice coating. We're gonna sauce them anyhow, but I like seasoned salt on chicken. It's been a long time since I did it, so I thought today, you know what, we're not gonna do anything fancy. Got all the ingredients we need right here in one bottle. We'll flip these guys over. Just like that, we're seasoned. Cheers. Not that I don't like rum and Coke with the wings, but sometimes the beer just goes better. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let these sit for just another 5 or 10 minutes. We're sitting at 475, so we're really close. Because it's so cold outside, I wanna give this a little bit of extra time here to heat up. So we're gonna do that. Now, one other step you could do is you could pat these dry. I meant to bring out some paper towel and I was gonna pat them dry, but I totally forgot. I was excited about my beer, I think. However, I think because we're gonna be super hot, we're gonna have some flames coming from the bottom. They're gonna dry out pretty darn quickly, and we're gonna cook them at a nice high temp. I think they're gonna be fine. I'll bring it back when we put them on. We've got a few more minutes before our pizza oven's up to speed. I wanna address a couple things real quick. Number one, about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, crossed 10,000 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I can't say it enough. I remember when I crossed 1,000, it was a big thing for me. And obviously 10,000 is 10 times more exciting. So, you know, I am smoking, cruising, I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm moving towards 100,000. That's really my next milestone goal that I'm really excited about. And I'm turning up the heat, let me tell you. So with that, we're gonna do a couple new things. One of them is we are going to do a contest in every single video. Somewhere in that video, I'm gonna give you 2 hashtags. And all you gotta do is you gotta be subscribed to the channel, you've gotta give a thumbs up to the video, and you've gotta leave a comment with those 2 hashtags and something else. And what I'm gonna do, real time, every video, I'm gonna pull up my phone, I'm gonna use a random comment picker, and I'm gonna grab everyone that's got that hashtag in there and randomly pick someone. And what I'm gonna do is for this video, I'm gonna send you a $25 gift card to @bbq.com. Probably what I'm gonna send a lot of, because you guys are watching barbecue, you like it. They've got a whole wide selection of different things related to barbecue, whether it be rubs or sauces or cast iron pans, Yoder stuff, whatever. But I think you guys will put it to good use, so that's what I'm gonna do. And it's gonna be somewhere randomly in the video. I'm not gonna tell you when it's gonna be, so it just means you're gonna have to watch the video. So engagement helps me grow, helps the video get across to more YouTube viewers. And because you're paying attention, you're gonna win a $25 gift card. I think it's a win-win. So we'll get on that in a little bit. Let's check our temperature here. Got our laser gun, and again, this guy's just a little one from Amazon. I think it was 20 or 30 bucks. I'll put a link down below. We're sitting at 502. See if I can get you a shot there. Probably not, but we're at 535 in the dead center. And our stone is 585. So we're in good shape. Now here's what I'm gonna do. I wanna get these guys cooking from the bottom, and I don't wanna burn them before I cook them. So we're gonna put them on the top first. Turn that around so I can close my lid. And I think I'm probably gonna go, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. I'll let you know. So we're just over 5 minutes. Let's have a look and see how we're doing. We're just getting a little bit of a line there, not too much. Lots of sizzle right now, but not too much. So we're gonna keep this closed since it is hot outside. I am gonna go over here and just push this bottom button here and this prime button. And if you push and hold that, it'll start to flash. I don't know if that'll come across on camera. But what that'll do is you'll see the prime, it'll flash, and that'll put in some more pellets in there. Now, because I had it open and it's cold, I want to bump up my temperature. So that way, when you're opening and looking at it, especially in the wintertime, you can give it a little bit of a prime, and that'll just dump in some extra pellets. And you're not going to see an instant result. Those will have to catch fire, and then you'll ramp up your temperatures. Just helps in the wintertime when you're cooking in the colder temperatures. So now it's been 10 minutes. Let's have a look. Should be able to hear that sizzling. Getting some little bit of char in here now. So we've got some temperature into these guys. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these inside the oven. And hoping I can close my thing. So one thing when you're cooking something this hot, you might have noticed I use these gloves. I've had these for a long time. I actually saw these on Smoking Dad Barbecue. James pointed them out, and they work really good. In one of the other videos, I used my welding gloves I used for my offset. It got a little hot. These things are good up to, I think, 960 degrees and will not burn your hand. So for something like that, I definitely broke them out and saved my hand. What we're gonna do here now is I'm gonna go 5 or 10 minutes. I'm gonna kind of babysit them a little bit. I wanna keep it closed. But I want to keep checking on, make sure I don't burn the one side. I'll tell you when I flip them. I'm going to flip them one more time, probably for another 5 minutes. Take a temp, and we'll see where we're at. But I will share with you the breakdown of cooking time once I go through it, because I haven't done it before. Been 5 minutes. Let's have a look, see how we're doing. Smelling great. Getting some color. Now you can see we've got a little bit of color here on these ones. So just to promote some, oh, we're even getting some good color on the bottom. I'm gonna move this guy over here so it doesn't burn. Thanks for these high temp gloves. It's not really bothering my hand. I'm gonna just kind of move a couple of these guys over here. It's a little hotter on this one side. And I'm still gonna keep them the same way up that they were. I just wanna, a couple of these guys are getting a little hot. I'm gonna move this guy over here. Not too much. If I had a pan without the handle, I would just turn it around 180 degrees, but since I don't, we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way. Oh yeah, we're getting some good color there. I think we're probably ready to turn these guys around a little bit. I might have been able to go further, but I want to make sure we get some even cooking, so I might turn him around again. That little guy does not want to turn over. He's a fighter. There we go. Been another 10 minutes. Let's have a look. I can smell a little bit of char. My nose does not lie. And we're actually in pretty darn good shape. I'm pretty happy with these. That is a 10-minute mark right there. So it's a total of 20 minutes inside the oven. There are a couple here that could use a little bit more love. And I'm going to move them over to the one side that's a little tiny bit hotter. But I think we're pretty darn close. Yeah, even the underside got cooked well. Just a little bit more time. For good measure, I think we're pretty close. 5 minutes tops. Been another 5 minutes. Let's pull these guys out. We'll turn that off. They're looking and smelling great. Hot. Now the one thing about wings is you can push these up to 195, 185, no problem. They are going to be crispy. All that moisture is going to be locked inside, right behind that crispy skin. I think we're going to be in good shape. Now, they're obviously hot. So what we're going to do here is let them cool down, get some sauce. We'll sauce them up a little bit and give them a try. So when it's this cold outside, it doesn't take long for this to cool off. Everything stops sizzling. They're nice and crispy, really liking that. And I will not burn my hand on this guy. We'll get this out of the way. And all we're gonna do here is we're just gonna sauce these guys up. I just have some store-bought sauce. This stuff's actually out of Canada. It's just a very light chicken and rib sauce, nothing special. I was all out of my normal stuff. Didn't check my sauces before I started my wings video, but these aren't too bad. Now, normally I like to warm up my sauce a little bit. I put this on the counter for a little while. Got a jumper. At least the plate was there. What are the chances of that? So there you have it, some wings directly off the Yoder pizza oven, and they're steaming, they're hot, they're crunchy. Wow. Still hot. I could have waited a minute. Whew. They are tasty, let me tell you, and they are super crispy. I mean, these are on par with being fried almost. That's how crispy they are. They've got some great bite to them, nice crunch, good flavor. If you've never tried seasoned salt on wings, or chicken for that matter, give it a try. Just a nice little change up to try. How about these things? I'll be doing these again. Let me give you a recap on the total cook time. 10 minutes up top. We didn't turn them. We set the Yoder at 500 degrees. 10 minutes up top. 25 minutes was the total cook time inside the oven. And I did turn them about 10 minutes in. So they got 10 minutes one way, 15 minutes the other way on the bottom, because the bottom took a little longer to catch up. Overall, absolutely delicious. Highly recommend you give these a try. If you don't have the Yoder pizza oven yet, it's not just pizza. I've done a bunch in it so far. Everything's been delicious. So really do like it. We talked about a contest earlier. Let me give you the hashtags for that. So rules again, I'll put them up here or up here. Have to be subscribed to the channel. Have to give the video a thumbs up. And all you got to do is leave a comment down below with the following hashtags. Today we'll do hashtag chicken wings, and since these are Dartagan, we'll do hashtag Dartagan foods. That's their hashtag. And next video, I'll draw a random winner that's gonna win a $25 gift card at bbq.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.